Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail playthrough, part 6. We're just going to jump right into this so we can get right into the game. We have some main story quests we're pushing through, so we got to get into this right now. Right now. We got a little delayed last night, for fun reasons. Danny Dawnstar stopped by, a good friend of mine. And she, completely derailed the stream. And it's okay. Every once in a while, it's nice to have a stream that derails massively. We spent an hour talking about Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Yep. Okay. So, what's the state of Traverse? Still being cleared, I assume. Hnoon Ruduk said that they could notify us as soon as the work is done. Then perhaps now would be a good time to consider how we might reclaim Wakala's stolen keystone. The next feat will be our last, after all. Oh, I already got it back. Sig's the only one not shocked. Wait, when? Not to mention how. This is Bakul Jaja we're talking about. I was a badass, and I was tumbling, and I was doing exploding things, and I would summon my inner warrior. So I taught him a lesson and took my keystone back. You bested Bakul Jaja in single combat? Bravo! What can I say? I've had good friends to encourage and cheer me on. The path is now clear. There you are. Our excavators have contacted me with news of the success. The Traverse is now safe for travel. Then we finally can make to Mamuk. Come to think of it, isn't it Bakujal's home? We can only hope its residents don't share his winning personality. If it is indeed the city where Ketamarian first met the Dawn Servant, surely some civility awaits us. I would not be so certain. It is true that the Dawn Servant received Kedaman in Mamuk and was instrumental in establishing a friendly relation between Zabral and Mamajal. But since that time, most of the Mamajal have supported its peace have left the city in favor of aiding in the capital. What remains is a cloister of Mamuk. And while these traditionalists do not take up arms against us, neither do they bear great love for outsiders. Whatever they're like, the people of Mamuk are also Terilio. If I'm not to be the Dawn Servant, then it's my job to know them first of all. Well, we'll be on our way then. I'm glad I could learn about where I came from and eat so much Shibruk Padil. Babel, or whatever it was. Thank you for everything, Humanruk. Till next time, take care. Also known as Dad. But you're not Dad. Alright, first we make our way across the exorbitant center field due southeast. Alright, looks like we're going to have a map acquisition soon. Good luck, daughter. How you have grown indeed. Yes. Ooh, I know what this is. Hold on. Become a mechanist. What do I need to kill? Cool. There's one. Is there any other one? Is it just that one? That's weird. Oh, we're killing a tiger. I don't see any other... I could bring up my Aether Current thing. That's probably for the best. No, leave me alone. I'm not bothering with you. Bird. Big kitty. Big angry kitty. Where's my Aether Current map? Did I accidentally close it? I guess so. No, here it is. Which map am I on now? Yuctel, right? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I must have closed it. Alright. We are in Yuctel. Okay. Oh, there's the other one. Seeker at the Cinderfield. I was like, where's the other one? Because it's usually 2 up here, 2 down here, and then 1's main story quest. Oh, how are we doing on gemstones anyway? Do I need to empty out a little bit? Gemstones? Oh no, we're fine. Oh, I was about to say, I almost pulled off an Alisail and fell in a hole, but no, I have the OSHA railing for me. She does not have OSHA railing. The game does not recognize OSHA protections for her. There you are. Only problem is it's all the way over here, and it's probably gonna make me run all the way back here. Ow! Yeah, I might have spent a little time unlocking more dungeons and stuff. And then I went as far as I started building on my first epic item from A Realm Reborn. There's not many to choose from. The only classes I have that can technically build it is Summoner and Lancer. I was like, alright, well, I'll do Summoner. Because that's the one that I'm most likely to, like, use the look of. At least anytime soon. I don't foresee myself leveling Lancer anytime soon yet. Because it's still not even 90. Oh, is this a follow quest? Hold on. Let me pull out my inconspicuous vehicle. Gotta make sure you use the inconspicuous vehicle for this. Oop. Is someone there? Nope, just us whales. It's just sticking through the frickin' thing. I feel eyes on my back. Nope, just a whale here. Perfectly safe. Nothing to notice. Big space whale. See, at least this tree is big enough to actually hide the stupid whale. Nope, you're safe, bro. Yo, if this works, I'm gonna die laughing. I was expecting to turn around. Duty complete. No one saw you, huh? Looks like I saw you. And I gotta run all the way back. I just find it so hilarious anytime you have to, like, follow things. It's like, alright, I'm just gonna summon the most giant mount I have. Just because. My red mage is 96, almost 97. No, I guess my Mechas is still decently ahead of. My Mechanist would be a little bit further if I didn't wind up wasting two duties on him earlier. I ended up accidentally sending out 2 duties. Duties! Hello. Thank you. Did this switch back? I think it switched back. The boss. Anyways, might as well shoot the shit out of this boss while we're here, right? The hell are you? You look fun is what you look like. Well, we started off with some substantial damage to him. Are you shooting my bird? Get off my bird. Oh, this guy is beating up my bird. Punch him! There, we got this. This is easy enough. That looks horrifying. What is this excavator thing? What the hell was that? I don't even know how I unlocked that. How the hell did I get that? There's some combination that I hit to make that go off. Increases battery charge per ton. Grants excavator ready. This weapon skill does not share. So it's chainsaw in the excavator. Interesting. So it's... Oh my god. That's truly one way about it. Alright. Switch back to Red Mage for now. Right, Mr. Chocobo? Until we get down here and we're exposing the map. The traverse will bring us straight to the Jatika Heartlands. Remember how you insisted the forest is green? Let me guess, the forest is not green down there? Is it what? Fuchsia? Can I just jump? Yeah, I can, but... Oh my god. The quest is up top. Oh. Alright, at least it's not too far up. It's like, can I just jump it? What's up, Crow? The path is quite steep, isn't it? Let's take our time to descend safely. I have descended safely. I spoke with the one excavator on my way down. Apparently, Bukul Jaja cleared away the one fallen tree remaining by the barreling the others. The Wuklamont single-handedly defeated someone possessed of such physical might. It's nothing short of remarkable. Still, we ought to proceed with caution. There's no telling what his wounded pride might compel him to attempt. Like, murder? Can I get on my bike down here? I indeed can. That's an interesting location right there. Okay, switch back to Red Mage now. Switch back to Red Mage now. Alluring, isn't it? In more ways than one. Take my paring stone and hold it close to the glowing rock. As you hold the paring stone to the soft glow, it fixes itself to the boulder with surprising force. Paring stones are natural magnets, and that's meteorite filled with iron, one of the many remnants of the ancient meteor shower. The Hertigos aether that emits caused surrounding flora to glow, unique hues, as you could see. So these glowing boulders came plummeting down to the heavens. For Drill, be merciful. There you are. Blue. It's all blue. A far cry from the upper forest indeed. This place is already so fascinating. I'm eager to hear what the people of Mamuk can tell us about it. Keep running. We're almost there. Alright. Motorcycle. Gun. Our first thing we get is the Aether thing. So when we're done doing the rounds, we can come right back to it. Alright, first one is down here. I'm just taking a beating left and right. There it is. That makes number 6. Do. Some kind of temple type thing. I'm trying to, what's funny is I'm trying not to pay attention to where I'm going, so I don't get like spoilers as I'm revealing the map, like oh, look, an ancient battleground, you know, and shit like that. Sweet Tooth Tiana. Leave me alone. Alright, so there's one on the side of this water. Should be like right over here somewhere. There it is. I was sort of off. Look at all these experience points for free. He says free, but yet I'm still running around unlocking this stuff. Oh, I don't think there's a map where I'm going to be able to finish. Because I can't get up there until you can fly. That's interesting. I mean, unless there's a way I can hug the mountain and grab it that way. Because sometimes you can do that. You can get, like, just close enough that it clips you into it. I doubt it. We'll give it the good old college try. But it doesn't look promising. Yeah, it does not look promising to get up into it. Because the cliff is even, like, straight. Even though it's not straight, The cliff is a straight face, so like you can't even like side saddle up it like you do in some of the older mountains. Like there's nothing to even grab onto. That's fine. Just means that when we finally unlock flying, I have to remember to finish off this map. There are 2 aether currents left. One's here and one's way over there. Moths are tough. Oh, you really are a moth. Ghost moth. I ain't afraid of no ghost. That means we're gonna get like 500,000 points, or maybe more if I can level up Mechanist before that happens. The question is, Raymond, will I, like, when will I get in tomorrow? I see it. I mean, I might get the level anyway. We're so close. We're 4 million away. Oh, well, then again, we're only getting 50,000 a pop right now, so I would definitely need a round of fates. I mean, technically speaking, we haven't done the PvP yet for the day. How much do I hate myself? Oh, it looks like there's a second spot you can't get to. It's over here. Without flying. Either that or this is some like kind of way over. Oh yeah, there's definitely something. This is definitely something. Alright, so there's 2 spots we can't expose until we have flying. Those things look so much fun. Oh, it's up top. I see it. Do 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 do. Well, this is the first map that we've come across where it's had, like, raised locations you can't get to. Because the other 2 maps we were able to complete. Alright, so that's as far as we can go. So, we teleport back. Wee! Teleportation! I mean, still, we got like 500,000 unlocking those 10 areas. I mean, still not bad, right? 500,000 for doing nothing. As this is also my first time visiting Mamuk, I have no experience in interacting with the locals. But given Hamuk's parting words, I would advise a cautionary approach. Hot. Nope, not armory. I need the saddlebag, please. There we go. We could put one more set in. Well, we all know what we come to next. Let's find the Elector. Two streets seem to converge upon the plaza, so I propose we split our numbers between them. Given Hamuka's guidance, I suggest that we err on the side of caution and move throughout the city in pairs. Aaronville, come with me, and Alice... What? Aaronville, come with me. Alicio, go with Kryl. I leave Siegfried to accompany Wuklamat. If these arrangements are to everyone's satisfaction, they may our respective search prove for... I want Alicio! Someone else can babysit House Kitten. House Kitten. What is your name? I am House Kitten. Meow. Probably got on the bike to speed it up. Or at least press sprint. But I was too busy drinking. Belligerent Bowiwia. Your words may as well have been ambient noise to all the care the citizen paid you. Wow. As you begin to speak, the man abruptly turns and leaves. Please tell me you've had better luck. No. No one will talk to you either. I was prepared for hard stares and harsh words, but this is something else. The buildings there look like a shop, doesn't it? Let's go and take a look. A merchant wouldn't ignore us, surely. Okay. Hello there. We'd like to ask you something if you don't mind. Move along, Outriders. We're just trying to find someone, the Dawn Servant Selector. Do you know, could you tell us where they are? He just has random meat, potatoes. How are we supposed to find the Elector if no one even speaks with us? Oh, that's either good or bad. Everyone, can you hear me? Come to the massive stone structure on the west side of the city as quickly as you can. Well, we go with the latter. Bad.
Up there.
Oh god. I, as the elector, declare Balujat the winner. Here's your keystone. Everyone else, you lose.
Bested by a mere shade.
Zorolja? Papa?
Not as you know him. What you see is an arcane manifestation of the Dawn Servant as he was in his prime.
Magic pot.
The Channeler is Zerelja, Autarch of Mamuk and Elector for the Feet of the Brotherhood.
Duli Yolal's mightiest warrior, yet wisest you are not. You who spurned your retainer's aid when battling your betters.
To prove oneself superior to blessed siblings by surpassing the shade of Galul Jar Jar himself. That is the final feat. The first promise fought alone and fell short, but that is now the least of his concerns.
You could have let your foolishness end with your failure. But instead, you attempted to harm an anointed elector.
Wait, what?
Zoralja, as of this moment, you are no longer a claimant. I disqualify you from the right of succession. Be gone from my sight.
He's hurt.
This isn't over yet. I will be the one to reach the Golden City.
When Zoralja was defeated, he tried to take the keystone by force, but he was thwarted by Father Shade.
My dearest child, welcome home. This feat was made for you. Only blessed siblings could hope to defeat Gulul Jaja. But ere we begin, I would see the fruits of your triumphs. Come, show me your tablets.
He's only got like 2 or 3. 1, 2. Yeah, he has 2.
What is this? Where are your keystones?
Please don't tell me he's gonna say that we stole them from him.
Explain yourself, boy! No matter. Not all can be expected to go to plan. What keystones you lack, you can easily take.
He already tried.
I tried. But I couldn't. I cannot beat her.
You mean to tell me that you, glory of Mamuk, for whom all here have sacrificed, were defeated by your inferiors? You are as useless as your siblings.
Oh shit.
A failure. Leave and never return! You have no place here!
Let's go, brother.
Damn.
Worthless! Pathetic! This was our chance to claim sovereignty, and he ruins it!
I'm assuming that's his mom.
But when these stragglers fail, Gulul Jaja will be forced to extend his rule. And in the next rite of succession, we will present a better claimant.
Oh god.
So come, stand before me, and fall.
That's diabolical.
I won't do your trial.
Oh? You intend to forfeit the right?
Papa wants his successor to intimately understand the country he loves. Every step of my journey, I've learned something about our peoples and their cultures. I would do the same here in Mamuk. The Mamulja deserve nothing less, so your battle can wait.
Damn.
I'm of the same mind. Father named you an elector for a reason. There must be something that he would have us learn.
Do as you will. But until you triumph over the Shade, you shall proceed no further.
What a dick.
Promise, I would speak with you. Meet me on the western outskirts.
My son is a good boy. He just has a bad father. Oh, camera shut down. Sorry about that. The elector will have met us. The electors we have met this far have all had their particulars, but each we felt would judge the claimant equally. This Zariel Jah, however, seems set on his belief that only blessed siblings are worthy of the throne. Why would the Dawn Servant name an openly biased man elector? Worrying over Zariel Jah won't get us anywhere. That lady, on the other hand, was the first person to address us with any civility since we arrived. We should go meet her, hear what she has to say, and the western outskirts, right? Jump off the building! Thank you for coming. My name is Milaja. Here we can talk freely, away from the prying eyes. And what does you wish to talk about? Tell me, what do you think of Mamuk? Well, we don't have much to say yet. No one wants to speak to us. All who remain in the city are devoted to the traditional ways. They believe that blessed siblings are superior, that only they are worthy to lead the people of this continent. Most would not deny to address outsiders, deem them beneath once. She like an ideal community so far Bakalu Jahajao is concerned. I am tired, exhausted by this. This is senseless. There are others like me, but we dare not speak the truth out loud. Yet now we have the opportunity to reclaim our agency. For you have bested Bachuk Jaja, a Zabral inferior by all presumptions, triumphed over our two-headed champion. And this time anyway. Next time I might not be so lucky. Bakul Jaja is just as strong. I seriously don't understand why he cheats so much. It seems to me he'd do better if he just trusted in his own abilities. He's desperate. Other blessed siblings have fallen before. Mula Jaja of the Silver Scales, for one. He traveled across the salt to search for conquest, only to be overcome. We kind of killed him. But no matter how the individual may falter, the people still believe in the blessed sibling supremacy. Because of my father. He who united Terrell under one rule, who in their eyes stands for a testament of the tradition of infallibility. Regardless of your father's virtuous intent, his greatest triumph has only fanned the flames of our people's obsession. However, as both his daughter and claimant to his legacy, your triumph could prove that Gulo Jaja's true strength lies not in his birth, but in his character, and so doing, you may give us the strength to renounce the blessing siblings forever. I understand wanting to forsake zealotry, but isn't forsaking two-head knowledge just going a bit far? You must decide that for yourself, whether the price we pay is worth an empty dream. Da, 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 da. There's a place that will help you understand our plight. It lies to the west of here. Follow me. Motorcycle, go! Every time I see purple lights like this, I'm like, there's a combat. I must prepare. There's a combat. Is that the meteorite up there? Aye. But judging by the attachment, the tree must have benefited from the meteorites you gather. Anyway, we should press on. Malu Jaja was anxious for us to see whatever she has to show us. Wow, you literally stopped us to look at the meteorite and went, look, it made the tree pretty. I mean, I'm okay with that. As long as you recognize that that's what the quest did. Stop it, butterfly. A hunting camp? Like as not? I'd love to talk to Mamu Janta's Ja hunters and learn about their ways, except they'll probably ignore me. So let's continue on. Let's catch up to them. Oh, is this about to lead to a... Is this leading to here, which I think is pretty much going to be a dungeon? This is the place you wanted to show us? It lies beyond this passage. Entry to these grounds is not permitted even to the devout. Nevertheless, I would reveal our secrets to you. Rest assured, I shall take full responsibility. Come, see for yourself the truth of the blessed. In order to make a two-head, two of our species of opposite types must bang in this cave. Hardcore on this stone floor. The stones then turn clear afterwards. It takes 100 years for them to color again.
I shouldn't have looked down.
The stone pier yonder. That is our destination.
To erect it there would have been no small feat.
The work of Yakui hands built long, long ago. Our forebears merely altered the entrance.
Altered? To what end?
It will be quicker to show you. We have beasts that can carry us below.
I mean, I guess that works too. I like my idea. Birdman!
A cool Jaja.
What? Could it wait to laugh at the failure?
You've always come here to cry. Ever since you were little.
Mom!
The third promise seeks to learn about Malmuk. She may be our chance to finally end what we have been powerless to stop. Talk with her. Tell her what we have done.
Fine. Perhaps it's only right that we be the ones to speak of it. Blessed as we are. Here.
Okay.
This vessel holds the remains of a two-headed Mabulja. An infant.
Oh my god.
We converted the ruins into a cenotaph, so the souls of these children wouldn't return as vengeful spirits. Do you know how blessed siblings are made?
I've heard that they are born to Hubago and Bunawa parents.
Such unions between clans were originally arranged to stop infighting. The war against the Shibral was going poorly, and we needed to be united. Then, one day, a child was born. One blessed with 2 heads and tremendous power. When this child grew old enough to lead our army, we became unstoppable. The Shibral had no answer, and we drove them all the way back to the trees above. That taste of victory awakened our greed. We became obsessed with conceiving more and more of these superior children, no matter the cost.
Oh no.
Of the countless born, most die, trapped in their shells. Only 1 in 100 survive. If we are blessed, it is only because we yet live. Unlike our brothers and sisters, who were sacrificed for the glory of Mamuk.
That's horrible.
Damn. No wonder why they're screwed up.
Of course it's horrible. It's an atrocity we can never take back. Those children died so that we could live. So we had to succeed, no matter what. To fail would mean it was all for nothing. Nothing. But I did fail. I squandered their sacrifice.
Sympathize with your pain, but
I should never have been born.
oh my god. That's a bit extreme, don't you think, brother?
You're wrong. You didn't ask to be born as you are, and you aren't responsible for your siblings' deaths.
I am. Wook Lamont then informs him that she has been murdering the babies for years now.
The people obsessed with blessed siblings are. They made their choices, but they don't make yours. Since when do you let others push you around Bakul Jaja? What do you want? Say it!
I want to be an artist. I want to dance. I want to sing. I want to become a bard. I want to have a bow. I want to prance around the field, buffing my friends and debuffing the enemies. I want to be able to sing about things like the Music Man and the world's greatest entertainer. I want to be able to do all kinds of things.
I want it to end.
What's with all these people wanting to die?
I don't want any more to die.
Oh, he wants it to end as in making 2 heads.
Then you have my word. We'll put a stop to this madness.
Blessed siblings are revered by their supporters as a means to achieve dominance in Taral. If we understand why they harbor such aspirations in the first place, we would be better equipped to treat with them.
Indeed. I just hope they will be open to discourse.
Maybe we could
Take
bring
me
some.
with you. Those fanatics treat my words as gospel.
No. There will be trouble if your father finds out you're still here. Moshutural Zush. There we will gather the people, and ask anything the Third Promise wishes to know.
Then take one of my scales. One that blends the Hubico and Bunewa coloring. It'll serve as proof that you have our trust. People will do as you say if you show it to them.
Alright. Rip scale out of flesh. She grabs onto her,
Sorry.
stabs
For
her,
what I've
takes
said.
keystones.
And done. I don't expect your forgiveness.
You had your reasons. I'm glad I could know them. Which is to say, you're not a complete alpaca's ass.
Thanks, Wuklama.
Aww.
Well, maybe it's for the best. Hatred is exhausting, after all.
Indeed. So let us make the most of our newfound friendship and bring together the people of Mamook. We have much to discover.
Pelvic thrust. Hey Siegfried, before we rejoin the others, can I talk to you for a moment? I really hated him, you know. Bakul Jaja, with every fiber of my being. He tried to ruin us, set damages in the river, kidnapped me for my keystone, released the most vicious Churro Vendel of all time. Anything he could to cause us pain, he did. Never in a million years would I forgive him. But the moment I understood why he did what he did, the pain he's been carrying this whole time, it's all my anger just evaporated. He still needs to make amends. I hear you. Bakul Jaja's motive didn't absolve him of his crimes. He must answer for them, like anyone else. But right now, my duty is to ensure that no one in Mamook feels desperate enough to go to such lengths ever again. Anyway, thanks for listening, and now that I voiced that, I feel readier the challenge ahead. Come on, let's head back to the city. So I look forward to this becoming a dungeon where we're gonna have to fight the ghost of Bakul Jaja's past. Bakul Jaja's scale represents his faith in us. We won't fail him or his people. We have a moment to lose. According to Maloja, Maxtural Jude is the abandoned settlement northwest of the city. It should afford us privacy we require. We must work quickly, lest Zilja discover our intentions. Fortunately, Bakul Jaja thought to give us additional scales, so we might cover more ground with less time. Everyone should take one and get going. Use them to gather as many people as you can. Hello, Ice Wolf. Siegfried, let's retrace our steps. Maybe this time we can convince folks to lend us an ear. Didn't I tell you to move along? I cannot be seen talking to the likes of you. I have this cool scale. You want to see this cool scale? Look at this cool scale. Oh, blessed scale. Then outside of your hands, what business do you have with me? So Bakujaja sent you to call an assembly. I'm not sure what to make of this, but I shall go to Maxoro Druge at once. You know what? I want to do this real quickly. Can I get the XP? Birdman? What is our companion anyway? Oh, you're almost leveled up anyway. That works out well. So let's go beat up some fish. Shit, I'm on the wrong class. I'll come back in like 2 seconds. Quite literally. I thought I was on my mechanist. Alright, now we're on the mechanist. Anyway, Bird's getting a bunch of experience points though, so that's what matters. All right. Kill a bunch of fish there. Trying to get that sweet XP. Because he's so close to leveling up. One more to go. There we go. Bonus. 707,000 experience is not bad. For like doing no work, really. I have this scale. You want to take a look at it? Look at the shiny scale. That scale. If the Blessed won't trust you, then so will I. So what is it you're requiring of me? Go to this place so we can all talk to you. Bakuchana bids us to come to Makro. A strange place for an assembly, but very well. We'll not refuse. He who fights for our dreams. Have you managed to gather some of the good folks? Yep. Wonderful. The esteemed Bakul Chaja will be pleased. This fellow here will be coming to Nocturnal Juge as well. Apparently there's a Newell nursery to the west called Golomak Grove. Could you go see who you can talk to there as well? I'll meet you in Machukuchukuchuku afterwards. There's just one more person I need to find. Aren't we supposed to, like, not be splitting up right now? Like, isn't that, like, the plan? Like, no one splits up, everyone's in pairs. And you're just like, yo, I'm gonna go do this thing on my own. I'll catch up with you later. You should go do that thing on your own, too. Leave this place, outsider. I have this cool scale. You want to see it? Oh, my apologies. I was unaware. Thank you, blessed scale bearer, for bringing me the word of this gathering. I shall away. Do 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 do. Climb tree. Destination. Waiting. He never shows up. They're all like, the hell's this shit? Where's he at? You said he was coming. Oh god, always bedtime. Where's Wuklamat? You invited the second promise as well? Mati, I need to remind you that this rite is a competition. Whatever advantage you're about to share with me, you want to utilize it to your own benefit. I barely made headway in communicating with the locals. At this rate, you'll lead the race into Gold City. I need your help. To complete the feat? No. Mumuku has a problem I can't solve on my own, and you're the most clever person I know. I want you to hear the people firsthand so that they may come up with a way to help them. Very well, I am at your disposal. Giddy! Everyone, thank you for gathering on such short notice. I am Lukumon, third promise of Promise? I thought you served Buka Joja. You deceived us. No, they did not. The scales they showed you were mine. I entrusted them with the third promise and her retini. Why honor these outsiders so? Because Wuklamont has won my trust. Now you will hear her words. Go ahead. I did my part. Akujajar shared with me the truth about the Blessing siblings, about the price you paid to conceive them. As an outsider to your community, it's not my place to judge you or your culture. Culture is born of experiences of its people, of their lives, and of their land. But it breaks my heart to know that yours has brought you all so much suffering. Echo. Ah, Hodor. Hodor! If any wish to break from the cycle of tragedy that are creating the Blessed Siblings' demands, I ask you to join us. Please, I don't want any more of our children to die. You think we want this? We have no choice. Only Blessed Siblings can liberate us from the suffering. Without them, we have nothing. It remains to be seen. Speak with the third promise. Share with them your worries and your pain, and together we may find a new way forward. Together? If she is trustworthy, then I will speak with her. It would be best if you withdrew, my son. Many cannot speak freely in your presence. Bye. Let's keep an eye out for Zilja. He wouldn't take kindly to this sort of gathering. Once we understand everyone's concerns, we'll be better equipped to help them. Let's make sure they feel heard. I'm glad Kona agreed to help us. He's always been good at solving complicated problems. Me, not so much. But I'll support Mamuk's people however I can. By combining our respective strengths, it will help them become a new source of hope. I hope we will. Ooh, money! Alright, Siegfried. Before we start, let's make sure we're remembering our history correctly. The Amaja and the Cabral fought for centuries over the land in the upper forest, but due to infighting, Mamuja's forces struggled to make significant gains. In order to promote cooperation, the Habajo and the Bajau clans intermarried, and that's how Blessed Siblings were first conceived. With that in mind, let's talk to the people and learn why they rely on the Blessed Siblings. Holy shit, so many people. Blessed Siblings promise us more than strength. They promise us the sun. This forest is dark and is hospitable. When given the opportunity to live in Torli, most of our people didn't think twice. Still, the prospect of being among so many outsiders was intimidating enough to keep many of us here. Blessed Siblings are meant to deliver us from the accursed forest, to lead us to the fertile lands above, where we might make a place for Mamoja to abide in peace and plenty. Do you desire fertile lands, one that is all of your own? The land was once rich with ore, but Yukyo did not stop digging until the veins were spent. The meteorites are only good for so much. Even if we made overtures to the traders, we have little to offer. Nothing would make me happier than to make good life for my family in this place where I was born, but that's impossible. So with resources as sparse as they are, you don't have good prospects for trade. As you have noticed, the forest is very dark. Hardly any sunlight makes it through the canopy. So, it feels like it's always night. We plow, we fertilize, we irrigate, yet our crops shrivel and die as though they're cursed. The only ones that grow well in Najul, bananas in Terrell. Try living on that and little else for a few centuries and see how you like it. A forest where nothing grows. It's not hard to imagine why you'd want to leave. So let's get the sun lamps from Charlemagne or whatever, Australia. I mean, they made an entire planetarium inside a building that runs off of a fake sun, so... Those who know how to open skies, our bountiful land cannot comprehend our plight. To thrive, we must take what we can lack by force, and for that we need the mighty blessed siblings. There has to be other ways to thrive, ways that don't require fighting. Well, I think I'm starting to understand. Everyone has their own perspective, but all the concerns were about the forest itself, dark, infertile, and cursed. Hearing that, it's little wonder why the people wish that they had better lands, and who better to get them than blessed siblings. It's hard to conceive people to stay in a place that has provided what they need. You think the meteorites, at least, would have value, but apparently not. Hold on. Didn't Aaronville mention something about the meteorites? That the aether they emit makes a plant glow blue? A rather significant physiological effect, I would say. If we were to study these meteorites, we might discover other ways they influence the local fauna. I noticed a curious amalgam of trees and meteorites just south of here, determining precisely how they interact with one another may yield crucial insights. Everyone, really appreciate your sharing your thoughts with us. Thanks for your insights. We have promising ideas already. We just need a moment to investigate it further. So please, bear with us. We'll be right back. Alright. So we go south now. Alright. It's really incredible how the tree can support such an enormous boulder. The meteorite's etheric emissions are palpable even from this distance. Seeing this again makes me feel more confident in sharing a theory of mine. I suspect that the only plants with etheric affinity to these meteorites can thrive in this forest. If so, the gargantuan trees that create these dense canopies would be necessarily possessed at the same affinity, as well as the aforementioned Najul tree. Indeed. I should like to analyze samples of meteorite before drawing any definitive conclusions, however. I carry with me a few devices that will aid in this endeavor, but perhaps you and Kral can lend your expertise as well? Alphaming nods. I'd like to join you. The etheric signature of those meteorites may be crucial in determining what manner of species might fare well here. Ah, I think I see where you're getting at. If we can prove to them the cursed forest isn't quite cursed, maybe the people won't feel the blessed siblings are their only solution. So, how can I help? What? Want me to climb a tree and break off a piece of that meteorite for you? Oh, there are plenty of fragments on the ground already. It should be enough for our purpose if we gather about 5 pieces each. Even better if those fragments are gathered from the desperate locations. I will collect your pieces once we have them. Alright, so we're all collecting 5 pieces. Neural bike. Neural bike. Meteorite shard. That's 1 of 5. Oop, there's 2 of 5. I see one over there too. Thanks, Carl, for not grabbing this one. I'll grab it though. Alright, that area is done. So that's 3. We need 2 more. Do 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 do. There's 1. Let's see the second one. Where is it hiding? Oh, there it is. Just gonna sprint over there. It'll be faster than getting on the bike. Now we get on the bike. Go on! I have shards. Much obliged. Alpha Kyle and I combine the gathering samples and conduct an analysis forthwith. Determining the wavelength may take a little while, but I am hopeful that our efforts will bear us fruit. I will tell my sister to await our arrival at Mkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshkshksh I like my original idea. Get those like planetary like plant things that we have in Old Charlian. I just build a giant thing in the canopy, so like it's like we need sun. It's sun time. Oh. We've done all we can. The rest must leave to Kona and the others. I don't know the first thing about Charlian devices of his, but if they can do the help of Mamook, I'm glad he has them. There's hope for the forest yet, Siegfried. I can feel it. Bunny! I'm sure Zilja would have choice words for us if he knew what we were up to, but his people are my people, and I can't ignore their plight. If I am to call myself Dawn Server one day, I have to bring an end to the tragedy here. Many are depending on me, Baku Jaja not least of it. Anyway, I'm sure Kona and the others will be back soon with their report. Wait. Do. They're just gonna show up and be like, here's some seeds. Plant these, it'll work better. Good, everyone is assembled. In light of our news, I thought it only right to call for everyone. Smiley face. Thanks for the efforts of all. I'm pleased to say our analysis has yielded many valuable insights, and I dare say the prognosis is hopeful. Smiley, smiley. Nod, nod. Look forward, look forward. Earlier, we asked about the hopes of the hopes you place in the blessed siblings and why they're important to you. Oh shit! Your overwhelming response was frustration towards this forest. For a lack of natural resources and the ability to cultivate crops in any respect, have you ever struggled to build a prosperous home? Thus, your understandable desire for new lands. However, this would be unfortunate dismissal of what makes your forest uniquely valuable. That is, the soil. Our tests have proven without a doubt that the Jaktuka heartland is abundant and fertile. This may be surprising to hear, as you have seen crops fail time and time again, but we have discovered the root of the problem as well. The meteorites scattered throughout the forest emit an unusual energy that greatly influences the development of the surrounding plant life. Some plants thrive on this energy, like the Najul and the giant tree that create the canopy, while others, as you know, are sickened by it. Fortunately, the solution is simple. Burn the forest down! Across the salt is a place called Charlene. There's a peerless collection of floral samples from every corner of the world. Now that we know the energies are most prevalent in the forest, we can offer you seeds and starters guaranteed to thrive here. I took the liberty of contacting a few colleagues via Link Pearl. Should you desire them, a sample of our best candidates can be shipped here in short order. Just as Orzi acquired the Popoto and Tomato from Terrell, so too might Mamuk benefit from foreign crops. You mean we'd be able to grow more than Najul here? Precisely. While care must be taken to choose those species that will not have an adverse effect on the ecosystem, your agricultural options should increase remarkably. With the right crops, Mamuk will have all it needs to prosper, both at home and in trade. Blessed siblings don't have to be the answer anymore. Then there was never a need to fight? Never any need for sacrifice? We can't change the past, but we can make it for a better future. Let the old teachings end with us. I know blessed siblings represent absolute strength to you. Letting go of that idea can't be easy. But I'll prove to you when we work together our combined strength can achieve anything. Show us, Promise. If there's another way for our children and our home, we'll no longer suffer in silence. Now our clans will not have to together. Sometimes we have to fight alone, but not this time. Would you say a few words, Siegfried? I love big butts and I cannot lie. Anything is possible when you work together. Our victories over Valhalla is proof of that. With faithful allies at your side, you could save even an entire star. In friends both old and new, you can find light to banish the darkness. Oh, this is 3 separate expansions right here. This is current, previous, and the one before it. That's cute. Saving the star is far beyond the scope of our needs, but I acknowledge the value of allies. We've said what we wanted to say. Now all that's left is defeat my father's shade, and defeat a brotherhood, and clear a way to Mamook's bright new future. Do not give us cause to question our faith in you. Please, live up to your words. I will! After we complete this feat, let's be sure to tell Jaroja the good news about his farce. I'm sure he's eager as anyone to eat what tasty foods they'll grow here. Compassion even for the likes of him. You continue to eclipse me in every way. Then it is a simple choice. We're counting on you, Wook Lamont. Do 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 do. Wook Lamont gone ahead to announce her readiness. I never imagined the samples were so fervently collected for Exodus would find new purpose here. But if it helps these people improve their prospects, all the better. Anyways, we should go and meet our comrades with Zul'Jal made his own attempt. The final feat awaits. How do I get up here? No, steps. Steps would make this easier. That's a dead end. Siegfried has been defeated by a dead end. Dun dun. We fighting. I know that look. Someone has gone to fetch Zul'Jal. He should be here soon. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Make sure you have time. 95. Item level 666. Yo! We're about to fight Satan.
Zerelja, I'm ready for the final feat.
Grown weary of postponing the inevitable, have you?
Nope.
Something like that. You see, I've learned all sorts of things about Mamook and your people.
Is that supposed to impress me?
Yes.
I now understand why I need to surpass blessed siblings. The cost of producing superior offspring is destroying your people's souls. Look at them, and you'll see this. So I'll defeat my father's shade, and prove to you that there's a better path for Mamook.
that drivel. Without the blessed, we are nothing but weaklings. Doomed to fade into obscurity.
Alright, well, we'll find out.
Of course you're weak. We all are. Each and every one of us. But when we join hands, we gain the strength to overcome any foe. Even Vali Yarmanda.
That's right, we killed big, ugly dragon thing.
Enough talk. Prove your mettle against Gulul Jaja, the finest warrior ever to have graced Tural.
Fine by me. Not even Papa's shade will stop me from upholding his legacy.
I will fight alongside her.
Hi. Hey. What?
Claimants are not permitted to assist one another. Second promise. But you may observe your sister's pitiable attempt.
I see. In that case...
Is he gonna shoot it? Yes!
It seems I'm no longer a claimant. I am now free to participate, I trust.
What are you scheming?
Nothing. I've simply come to realize who is worthy of following in Father's footsteps. Not our brother. Not Bakul Jaja. And not me. You have always held the happiness of our people closest to your heart, Lamachi. So I will do everything in my power to ensure you ascend to the throne. This is how I shall repay Father for his kindness. This is how I shall serve Tuli Yolal.
She's just like...
I could always count on you, Kona. Thank you.
It will make no difference. Numbers matter not in the face of true might. Gulul Jaja, mightiest of the blessed, arise!
Hey, buddy.
Everyone ready?
I'm surprised he's still there. Like I'm waiting for him to just like walk away. Like he has no weapon. There it goes. He's a gleamer, not a fighter.
No hard feelings, Papa. I've got a lot of hopes riding on my shoulders. And the only way forward is through you.
Alright, big spells. Always start with big spells.
So long as we stand together, we're unstoppable.
Look at me, are you proud of me, Alicel? I did that for you. Middle. I'm coming, friends. Might as well get the whole team plus healing. This way, this way, this way. Shit, I'm Black Mage. Oh.
Surely this will quench your thirst for battle.
Oh God.
All the risen Kindle. By crimson wrath be sundered.
Okay.
Everyone, get behind me! I've got a bad feeling about this.
Will you have the strength to stand up to this?
I will be the next Dawn servant. I will protect my people. Is that the best you can do?
Impressive! But I'm not finished yet.
We will see Lamachi become Dawn servant.
Like how I was just like dumping heals into him, even though it doesn't really matter, because I was pretty sure I was gonna get it anyway. There you go, everyone. Bonus healing for everyone. It'd be a real shame if I had killed you with Alisale's maneuver. Would be a real shame if you died to Alisale's maneuver.
That's my old man for you.
Round 2, fight.
I refuse to accept this.
Ain't that a bit stubborn? Even for you.
Arugadin? It couldn't be...
Tanqua! It's been too long.
It has indeed. You're looking more imposing since last I saw you, Wuklamat.
Tanqua?
My Turali moniker. Galul Jaja insisted I take one, saying my birth name was too cumbersome for the local tongues.
That birth name being Ketenram, I presume?
Oh! Ketenram's that legendary Eorzean sailor. The one with the pickled cabbage.
We can talk about me cabbage later.
Ooh. Giggity. Giggity.
Zarelja, whether you like it or no, these young'uns accomplished the feat. To deny Wuklamat her reward would be to betray the Dawn Servant's trust.
And what should she be rewarded for? Calling upon her minions to carry her to victory!
It was the fate of brotherhood. We're not minions, we're friends and comrades.
Comrades, you believe a ruler should be reliant upon such?
Why were you in charge of
Together, we
Brotherhood?
can achieve anything. You needn't place your faith in the promise of blessed siblings.
How would you have us reclaim our glory?
Down here, with cool plants that we're gonna supply you.
With friendship and community. With us.
If you mean to rule, you should be more sparing with your offers of clemency. especially to a man who has sacrificed countless young lives. Nevertheless, I will fulfill my charge as Elector. In recognition of your feat, I bestow upon you a keystone.
Thank you. It's blue. For brotherhood.
Congratulations are nearly in order, I suppose. I'm confident that you will find the Golden City in no time. You've grown much, and more during this journey. Become someone ready to lead our nation. Little Lamachi no longer. As your brother, I couldn't be more proud.
I really do hope. There's this still part of me that wants her to realize that she needs him. Because she's already showing it that she needs him. And so, like, that's why I was like, there was that part of me that was like, I wonder if this game is going to, like, do, like, a co-ruler thing. Where, like, it'll be them both ruling as the Dawn Servant. But if nothing else, I could see them doing, she becomes Dawn Servant and he becomes the trusted advisor. So.
Kona. Thank you.
Kitty. Kitty. Different kind of kitty.
I must express my gratitude for your cooperation. And my regret for failing to live up to expectations.
Go ahead, Thancred.
Nonsense. If you believe Wuk-Lamat is the woman for the job, then you have our wholehearted support.
One last thing. I wish to speak to you both from the heart. Unpracticed as I am, this may sound hackneyed, but I am truly grateful to have met you.
Aww.
Words spoken with such feeling
Oh
would
God,
resonate
Arigagi.
with any fortunate enough to hear them. Though our journey together hath ended, ever shall we cherish the memories.
Aye. And should you require further esoteric musings or biting witticisms, don't hesitate to call. I dare say we'll come flocking. But I get ahead of myself. As I recall, our contract remains in effect until we've escorted the second promise back to the capital.
I leave my sister in your capable hands.
Bye, guys.
You've still malms to go yet, Wuk-Lamat. The rite ain't over till you find the city of gold.
I know. But if I can come this far, I can go all the way.
Giggity. Let's go and tell the people of our victory. Third promise. You brought everyone. We must just coming to you. We did it. Malaja, we proved that Iark that not even my father's full power could overcome the strength of our fellowship. I knew you could. I was right to trust you. You fulfilled your promise. Now it is our turn. You've shown us another way that we can build our lives we've always wanted, here in our homelands without sacrifice. Since our new crops will come across the salt, I suppose we'll have to treat with outsiders as equals, of course. Inside or out, we're all just people, no matter where and what we are looking for or where we're born. When you're not used to all the color and variety, differences can feel like obstacles. But by learning more about what makes us different, we can also find some common ground in places that we never expected. Something new may become something you love, and someone you once hated might become someone's your friend. You'll never know unless you keep an open mind, and while it may feel scary, taking the first steps forward is understanding is always worth it. Ow. Of course, learning about outsiders will help Mamook grow. But what happens when we're learning about us? What have we done? They will not. For generations, our covenant has been kept secret, and so shall it remain. The atrocities committed here were facilitated by the Aarks. We or no one else are responsible. For my deeds, I prepare to forfeit my life, but I will not suffer others to be damned along with me. No one is being damned, and your life isn't forfeit. The last thing the city needs is more death. Bakul Jaja hasn't fought this hard for this long only to lose his father. If you truly feel responsible, be the first person to extend understanding to the others on behalf of Mamook. Your community is waiting for you, here in Torreolio. We can still make things right, my love. Choose a different side of history. Thank you, Third Promise. Thank you for everything. You still owe me an explanation about the cabbage, you know. Da-na-na. The people who have accepted you. Merchants and vendors are now available for use. Do you have my... Oh, there they are! Mechanism mode, go! Oh, what's the merchant have anyway? There's no merchant in here. It said there. Oh, it's over here. I said there is no merchant in there. You have lied to me, game. But no, the merchant is over here. There's the mender. Tools don't matter. Weapons. What weapon level are they up to? 94. Anything decent? Greens and fishing stuff. Hey, buddy. You have an ether? Yes, you do. Who's got the ether current? You have an ether current. Who has an aether current? You have an aether current! Lost and powerless. Search for Gula and slay the wyverns that threaten him. Say less, fam! Do I have my bird still? Birdman! I have done it. I have showed up with rocket launchers and killed your enemies. Alright, that one's complete. That was quick. Cook bananas. Only thing they can cook. Bananas. Bananers. Yo, I'd lose my mind too if all I could eat was bananas for like my entire life. Be like, here you go, here's some bananas. Forever. You were never allowed to have anything else. Oh, we're fighting something. Is all my stuff back up? Yep, cool. Be a real shame if we crit shot you. Laser light show. Alright, cool. Done. That was easy. I almost teleported back to town with the quest being right here. Hey, no problem is what I do. Give me my aether currents. Thank you. Give me my aether currents. Give me my aether currents! I should be in bed already. 35 minutes ago, I should have been in bed. Oh. Oh, wrong person. I need your other one. You! Talk to me so I can get your quest completed. There we go. This should be everything but the main story quest now. Thank God I have Pelletron that I can activate. You know what I would give for flying right now, just so I could, like, not deal with these stupid cliffs anymore? It'd be so good. Be like, F these cliffs. Aether current? Yay! There ain't no place for a proper chat. My cabin is north of the city. Blue eyes adored. As people here call it on account of the dazzling twinklers. We're going to your house. See you later, guys. this your house here? Nice house. Why did you choose to settle down in Mamuk? There haven't actually been welcoming outsiders, legendary explorer or otherwise. All the more reason to keep my weather eye on them. Though, seeing how we've won them over, methinks I'll have less need for vigilance. I'm here as Galujaja's behest to ensure that the hard-won peace is kept, and, incidentally, to remind Zerelja of his duty as elector should he have forgotten it. My old man ordered you to stay here? That's no way to treat his honored guest. I'd say it's more that your father's guessed it by now. Or didn't you see the sculpture atop Workmore? That's right. Kenamaran was one of the names. Your father and I fought shoulder to shoulder in many battles. Belgrul being one of our triumphs. He and I are brothers. So when your brother tells you to stand watch, you stand watch. You trust in his judgment as his strength of will, even if it means that you have to sit on the occasional scrap. Surely you understand such bound, surrounded by, as you are by these bright and eager faces. I do. My comrades are my strength, and I thanks them that I understand Papa's hopes for the nation, what I must continue to protect. Then prove your readiness for the throne, Wuklamat. Find the Golden City. Oh, I will. With these ones beside me, even uncovering legends should be a child's play. Especially since I believe I already have. All by yourself? How? When? Well, as you know, the electors are forbidden from giving unfair advantage to claimants. So when Humun refused to divulge why my grandfather passed through the Ikebur 20 years ago, his silence spoke volumes. You think Garl's visit had something to do with the Golden City? Precisely. Moreover, only the Yukho who live in Yaktel ever dreamt of those golden dreams. When exposed to certain triggers, those with magical aptitude had been known to receive visions. And if Garlarvol's abilities are all representative, the Yukhoi are no strangers to the arcane, which means that the dreamers of Eld likely owe their experience to their inherent qualities and their proximity to the city itself, here in this forest. Then all we need to do is search Yaktel from top to bottom, right? It would behoove us to try and narrow our focus. To that end, I propose we return to Mamuk and make inquiries. While there, we can take the opportunity to see any necessary travel preparations. When everyone is ready, let us assemble for the Aetheryte. You, Siegfried, stay back. You're Kachu's boy, aren't you? She's told me about you. Said she tasked you with finding the Golden City. I might have succeeded despite my best efforts. I began to think I was a fool's errand. My own fruitless search in my own youth proved as much. Yet here you are, older, wiser, playing the fool again. Courtesy of the company I've been keeping, perhaps. Wuklamont's not the only one who's grown thanks to her comrades. We'll find it together. Aww! Heh, was I ever that young? I don't know, how do you age versus bunny age? Bunny gets shot in the face. Oh, I'm in my other gear. Why give me my red mage gear? I'm not supposed to have a gun for these cutscenes? He waited for me. It seems Kettering knows my mentor. So we chatted for a bit longer. Alvinat said to meet at the Aetheryte, so I'll see you there. I will just teleport. Maybe that explains this spot and this spot. That one of these is the City of Gold. But the only problem is the one spot is where they've been dumping the babies, so that's kind of weird. The merchants were more than happy to mend my gear and sell me supplies. One would hardly believe that they were ever adverse to aiding visitors. You won't believe how many Najul they gave me. Now all we need to do is a hint that points of us in the right direction. City Gold, here we come. I think I can offer that much. I have an inkling of where the Golden City might be. Amoja and Jorel, you're coming to help us? No. I, as an elector, am forbidden from speaking of the Golden City, but my wife is beholden to no such constraints. Then anything you tell us would be greatly appreciated. Our people have lived here for centuries, and there's no corner of this forest we don't ultimately know, save one. Do you recall the place I showed you where my son confessed the truth of the blessed siblings? The stone pier stands in the entrance of the Sky Deep Synod, the final resting place for children we lost to our zealotry. Precious few are permitted beyond the canopy doors, and we have not explored the deepest recesses. If the Golden City is in Yoctel, it may well be hidden there. Will you permit us to search it? I have no reason to refuse you. No longer will we rely on the blessings tidings, nor will we concern the sacrifices made to conceive them. The Synod is no longer under our protection. It is a dismal burial ground, and our children deserve better. Their bodies will be moved to a place of comfort and peace. I'm sure Baku Jaja would appreciate that, and we're here to offer any help you need. Yes, move the bodies with us, and rebury them. Bing! Move 6 child bodies. Your father has visited the Synod. Come to think of it. It's been many years ago by now, but a notable affair due to a foreigner that he brought with him. A mage, I believe. Grandpapa? Truly? The Dawn servant did not disclose his reason, but he did descend past our sympto path and into the old Yutuku quarries. Doubtless the very same one excavated by Viporal's dreamers. Then the Golden City must be there. In the depths of the sky seeps Sinyanyo. Thank you, both of you. We'll set out straight away. You'll find the winged beast too lingering in Gorduk descent. They will carry you below. I believe in you. Third promise, you will make magnificent Dawn Servant. Dun, 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 dun. This is it, everyone. To Sky Deep Synod. Really? You're gonna make me run all the way over there. And not only that, you're gonna make me do this dungeon before you give me flight? You bastards. And there's no crystal on the other side, so it's literally a straight run. Through the banana field! Oh, that's a big squirrel. That's a level 100 big squirrel. Doot, 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 doot. Such a long drive. Alright, just in case it exposes the map. Yeah, it's gonna expose the map. Good choice, Sig. Give yourself that 51,000 experience points, or 54,000 experience points. There's only one spot left that's not seen. Look, there seems to be 7 tablet slots in here. What could they be used for? This is a centopath, which means beyond these doors is right to succession or no, disturbing the souls that rest here feels wrong. I know, but I can't turn back. Let's pay our respects at the very least. Oh, great dead babies. Alright, we did it. Let's go in. I'm ready to complete my journey. Fist punch. Nod. Hand. Nod. Is unlocked. Alright guys, so that being said, it is almost 9 a.m. I need to go. I was supposed to be out of here at 8. We went for an extra 51 minutes. So I do want to thank everyone for hanging out this evening. We're going to pick this up tomorrow. Hopefully when I get on tomorrow, we'll be able to get some parties going, to be able to like get in here and do this, and so on and so forth. Other than that, I do thank you all for hanging out today. I hope I will see you all here tomorrow for episode 2538. Final announcements so you guys know. On August 31st, we finished the 7-year challenge. We'll have streamed every single day for 7 years straight. And then on September 1st, we will be our 7-year anniversary of streaming here on Twitch. So hopefully we'll see you here for that. If nothing else, if you missed any of the Dawntrail playthrough, it's all been uploaded to the YouTube. Let me make sure it's all up there now. Yep, they're all up there except for this episode. So if you want to play catch up at all, Siegfried42 on YouTube to play catch up with any of that. Other than that, guys, thank you so much, and I will hopefully see you later. Until then, button.